Now to Texas, where a man was executed for killing his girlfriend's 13-month-old daughter during an alleged exorcism. Prosecutors say the toddler was subjected to unspeakable violence over the course of 30 hours. 35-year-old Blaine Milam was convicted of the 2008 death in East Texas. In a final statement, Milam thanked the prison chaplaincy for opening his faith-based programs to death row inmates. The news underscores the dangers of trying to perform an exorcism without the proper guidance and training. For more, we turn to Monsignor Stephen Rossetti, head of the St. Michael Center for Spiritual Renewal and chief exorcist for the Archdiocese of Washington. Monsignor Rossetti, great to be with you.
Veronica, it's my pleasure.
So first, we do have a lot to discuss, including a recent gathering of exorcist priests in Rome. What is your take on a story that's making a lot of headlines out of Texas? What more do you know about that particular case?
Well, Veronica, I only know what I've read, but it's just horrible. And you see this happen from time to time. Some people with no training, no experience, deciding that they are going to cast out these demons from a minor, and it's just a disaster, and it's just awful. Which is why the Catholic Church, by the way, controls the ministry. You've got to be a priest. You've got to have this special training, and you're supervised by the diocese, and you have to have a mandate directly from your bishop.
Now, if someone suspects a loved one is possibly possessed by a demon, what are the next safe steps they should take?
The first thing we recommend is you go to your parish priest and have him chat with you, talk to you, maybe say some what we call deliverance prayers, and see if he thinks there might be something more serious involved. If he does, if there are signs perhaps of demonic presence, then he forwards it to the diocese, who sends it to the exorcist.
Now, another story that we are following, around 300 exorcist priests recently gathered in Rome. You are a member of the International Association of Exorcists. What was discussed in the meetings this year?
Well, Veronica, it's a training session where they bring in experts, and it's kind of like an ongoing training for exorcists and their team members. So you learn the latest, and you also learn the guidelines and how to perform an exorcism professionally and safely. So these kinds of gatherings are important. We need to regulate this ministry and keep it safe for all involved.
You recently wrote a blog post on whether a so-called witch's curse can bring harm or even death. Tell us more about what you found.
Well, after being an exorcist for 18 years, I found out that curses really can have an effect, which I didn't know, but I found out through experience. So what happens but what these witches don't realize is that it's through the power of demons, whether they know it or not. If they don't throw a curse or a spell, basically it's demons who make it potent if it has any effect. But the good news is, if you're a practicing Catholic, if you're practicing the faith, Jesus is your shield, as Ephesians 6, and you are protected.
Is there anything you suggest for people to do?
Well, yes, practice the faith. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I think people are affected by evil so much today, is they stop practicing the faith, they get involved with evil practices and start practicing the occult. And when you do that, you open yourself up to the demonic, and curses can affect you. And you kept many of these lone wolf terrorists, they'll say things like, I heard these voices in my head, they're practicing the occult or something, and you can see that they're being pushed by Satan to commit these awful crimes.
Monsignor Stephen Rossetti, thank you so much for your insight on this very important issue.
You're welcome, Veronica. God bless you and all at EWTN.
Thank you.